I challenge you to dedicate the next 3 months to YouTube. Now, the biggest problem that creators face is the fact that they give up too early. They'll sit here, record one video, post it to YouTube, and get 20 views on it, and then think to themselves, okay, YouTube isn't for me. Which is why I want you guys to commit to this 90-day challenge that I've created. And if you commit to this plan for the next 90 days, the results will shock you. Now, I'm sure if you clicked on this video, you might already have a love for YouTube, like me, but if there are so many social media platforms out there, why exactly should we be choosing YouTube? We've got TikTok, we've got Instagram, we've got X. There are so many different options out there. Why YouTube? There is an aspect that not a lot of people understand about the social media landscape right now. Other platforms are going to be amazing for these quick viral moments, such as TikTok. For an example, I've had a video on my TikTok account get over 1 million views, but I still only have 400 followers on my account. On platforms like Instagram and TikTok, it is so common to see people just scrolling quickly, they like your content, scroll past you, and forget about your content forever. And then you're thinking to yourself, am I just a like to you? And this is why YouTube is different. When you come to YouTube, you oftentimes watch a video that is going to be 8 minutes long, 10 minutes long, 20 minutes long, or maybe even an hour long. People are investing real time in your content, they're learning from you, and hopefully they're not building too much of a parasocial relationship with you, but they're building trust within you. And that is what's going to translate directly into opportunities. There's brand partnerships, there's affiliate marketing, there's digital products. But here's where a lot of people go wrong. They think that they're just going to go viral on YouTube overnight. Although it can happen, it is not likely, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news here. But the good news here is YouTube is going to reward consistency, which is perfect for this plan. And this is why I'm challenging you to 90 days, because I found 90 days to be the perfect time frame for YouTube to start recognizing your dedication and your commitment to the platform. And then it's also short enough, so we include the fact that you're not going to burn out. So let's get into your exact 3-month plan that we're going to be breaking down week by week. So let's start with week 1. And week 1, surprisingly, isn't going to be about creating content at all. In fact, it's going to be about setting up the foundation for your channel. This is going to be establishing who you want to be as a creator. But I don't want you to get too stressed out, because a lot of the time it is so easy to overthink this step. All you have to do is figure out what your channel is going to be about and figure out how you're going to clearly communicate that to the audience. So the first step here is going to be identifying your niche. And this isn't going to be about picking the most popular topic. It's about picking a topic that not only interests you, but also has a lot of opportunities. And 3 very popular broad niches that would not be a bad idea to go into would be health, wealth, or relationships. Now, I know those are going to be very, very broad. So if you're starting a health channel, there are so many different ways that you could go with that health channel, and you could pick a sub niche to get into, or maybe you're sharing relationship advice, or talking about financial literacy, or talking about how to grow on YouTube or make money with YouTube. But the key here is going to be narrowing down on a specific idea. If you have a broad niche that you're interested in health, but you need to get a little bit more narrow than just having health, whether it be eating healthy or working out. Figure out what interests you, but also what interests the people on the platform of YouTube. Now, when it comes to actually setting up our channel visually, we want our channel to relay what we're all about. Now, in terms of channel art, I like to think of our channel art as sort of a billboard for our channel. People click on our little profile picture and they see our channel at a glance. Your channel art needs to tell your viewer exactly what is going on. What is your channel all about before they even click on a video. So let's say, for an example, you have a travel channel and you put a little picture of an airplane on your profile picture or your banner art. And then in your channel description, you make sure to include some keywords that tells YouTube what your channel's about as well. Now, during this first week, once you've narrowed down your niche and you've just set up your account and it's visually appealing to look at and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm actually slaying at this. This looks amazing. Next up, you need to spend some time researching your competition. Now, this is so important. You need to find what creators you like and what creators you don't really like. And you need to find creators that other people like and what other people don't like. Make sure you're looking at the top channels within your niche and see what videos of theirs are doing well and what videos of theirs are doing not so well. So by the end of week 1, we should have 1, our channel set up, 2, our niche identified, and then lastly, I want you guys to get around 20 video ideas. Now, something that I want to note here is if you get 10 video ideas in and then you're like, I can't find any other video ideas, you might be in the wrong niche. Finding video ideas in the right niche won't be too difficult. All right, next up, we're going to be talking about weeks 2 through 4 in our plan. Now, this is going to be the phase in which we actually start creating our content. Now, your goal here is going to be uploading at least 1 video per week. If you're feeling crazy, you can do 2, but let's do 1 per week, let's say. And you need to do this without fail. Consistency, I hate to say it, but it's going to be a little bit more important than perfection at this point. And that is because YouTube's algorithm absolutely loves a creator who shows up. They pay attention. you don't go unnoticed. For video topics, I would like to say when you're starting out, make sure you're focusing on answering specific questions. Half the time I go to YouTube, I'm going to it because I have a question. How do I make a thumbnail? Or how do I get better at storytelling? The more problem focused and specific your video ideas and titles are, the more likely you're going to get clicks. But let's talk about actually creating our content. Now, it's a very common misconception that you're going to need a camera that costs $1,000 and a microphone that costs $500, but that's not true. Do not get caught all up in this. Your phone camera is probably better than what very successful creators on YouTube started out with, so don't get too stressed. Don't even need a microphone when you have your phone, or maybe you have a camera and you use your phone's microphone. But the number one thing that you should focus on if you're sitting in front of a camera is going to be the lighting. That is something that you should invest in. And this isn't even something crazy to invest in. They have just $20 ring lights that you can get at Walmart, so it's not going to break the bank. But if you're investing in something, invest in lighting. For audio, I would just start out using your phone's audio if you don't want to spend money on a microphone. But then again, I think this microphone costed like $20 on Amazon, so not going to break the bank again. But clear audio is crucial because if people cannot hear a word that you're saying, they're going to click off of your content. Something that's really funny is when you click on a video and a creator is talking, but they have music playing in the background and the music is turned all the way up and you cannot hear what the creator is saying, and then you go to the comments because you're like, ugh, is anybody else frustrated with this? And then the comments are like, hey, can you turn the music up a little bit? You're talking too loud. And I just think that's the funniest thing. Anyway, now let's talk about the factor that makes a lot of people quit on their YouTube journey, and this is going to be editing, because it's time consuming. It is so time consuming, and I know it. And if you let this be the biggest bottleneck of your YouTube career, it can be. Because let me tell you, most creators do not quit because they cannot come up with video ideas or they don't want to film a video. It's the fact that once they have their video and it's done, still have to edit it. But here's the truth. YouTube itself does not reward heavily edited videos. And this is good news for us. YouTube rewards clarity, consistency, and watch time. So all we have to do here is make sure that people click on our video and they keep watching. So for your first 3 months, I would focus on minimum viable editing. So that's just going to mean you're going to be cutting out those long pauses, making sure there's no awkward silence, and you're going to add some text here and there to keep retention going. There's going to be no fancy transitions, no insane motion graphics. If your editing process is taking over 2 hours per video, then let's just cut back a little bit. Okay, so my biggest tip for the first month of creating on YouTube is going to be creating value-packed content that is going to deliver what your title promises. Now we're going to be moving on to month number 2, and this is where things are going to get a little bit interesting because we've got some content created and it's put out into the world. Let's say we have around 4 to 8 videos right now just sitting on our channel. And this is where it is going to be really important to sit back and reflect a little bit. We're not going to keep going. We need to reflect. And I'm talking about going onto YouTube Analytics and seeing what is working for your channel and what is not. Now, with this being said, make sure you're also looking at your watch time, not just what videos are getting the most views. That way you can see where your retention drops off and where people are the most interested. A video with 1,000 views and a 60% retention rate is a whole lot better than a video with 5,000 views but a 20% retention rate. And this is because YouTube simply cares about how long you're able to get people to stay on the platform for. Then you can start paying attention to what videos get the most engagement, whether it's likes or comments. These are going to be clues about what your audience resonates with and what they want more of. And then during month 2, we can double down on these content ideas, but also do a little bit more of experimentation, whether it be with editing, or maybe you're filming a different style of a video. You're doing a screen recording and talking to the camera instead of just talking to the camera. Also, if people comment on your videos, make sure you respond. This is going to make your audience a whole lot more loyal, but it's also good for the algorithm. So let's say that. Now moving on to month number 3, this is where we're really going to kick everything into gear, because by now you should hopefully start seeing some momentum. Now I'm not saying crazy momentum, but a little bit. Your views might still be small, but they are growing. You might have your first 100 subscribers, or you might be getting closer to that goal. Now this final month is going to be all about optimization and accelerating your channel's growth. And I would start by doubling down on your thumbnails. Thumbnails are incredibly important on YouTube and arguably more important than the title at times, because the thumbnail is visually what a viewer sees before they click on the video. A title, you have to read, but a thumbnail, hey, it's just a picture that I'm looking at. I'm intrigued or I'm not. Another thing that I would do is experiment with creating longer formatted videos. Maybe you're making 5-minute videos. I would try to start making maybe 20-minute videos. And that is because YouTube is going to tend to favor longer formatted videos because they're like, hey, this video is going to get people to stay on the platform longer. And if your watch time's good, then start making those longer videos. Now we gotta optimize everything. We gotta optimize our titles, tags, and our descriptions. Now I did recently make an interesting video about tags. If you're interested in it, very weird. Tags are so odd. So we're gonna actually focus more on titles and descriptions. So your titles should be searchable, but also clickable. And it should include keywords that people are actually searching for. Now in order to get these keywords my best advice is just to go onto YouTube itself and see what is trending. In your descriptions, make sure to also include these keywords, but also use this space to carry and continue the conversation with your viewers. You could ask questions or provide additional resources, or maybe even tease your next video or be like, hey, this is a video you should watch next. At this point, you should also consider creating playlists within your content, or maybe even creating your next series. Because when a viewer finishes one of your videos, you want them to automatically want more from you. And series, again, are great because it keeps people on YouTube's platform. Now, the final, most important step of month number 3 is going to be thinking about what kind of product should we create? Now, this does sound scary. You don't have to create a physical product, but it could be something as simple as a free guide or a template or a digital course, or maybe even you're building an email list or you're promoting an affiliate product. Because once you've gotten into the groove of things, you're growing your channel, even if it's just a little bit. It might not seem like it, but you're unlocking income streams. And as time goes on, these opportunities get bigger and the payout does as well. Now, I do have 3 very, very important things that I want you to keep in the back of your mind when it comes to creating content on YouTube. First is going to be consistency. This is going to trump perfection every single time. 2, focus on solving problems, not so much entertaining. Now, of course, it is good to be entertaining while you're solving problems, but make sure you're educating and improving somebody's life in one way or another. And 3rd, make sure you're engaging with your community. People love a creator that is locked into the YouTube world and their viewers. Now, of course, this video is very surface level, so I'm gonna leave it open-ended. At this point, you have 2 choices. You can do all of this with trial and error, or you can learn from somebody that has been growing YouTube businesses for over 10 years now, which is going to be my brother Matt and my inspiration when it comes to YouTube. And he also helps other people grow their channels as well. He has a program, and if you're interested in it, make sure to check it out in the link in my description to schedule a phone call, or you could check out this free training on this. Make sure to check it out, and we'll see you guys there. It's time to lock in for the next 3 months. We've got this.